Hey everyone, just thought I'd give you a bit of an overview on my Princess Celestia Plush, distributed and created by OlyFactory. This is a very popular, I guess you could say, third-party bootleg distributor and factory and maker of a lot of things. I never had a chance to really talk about individually some of the other MLP plushes I got from OlyFactory. The only one I did talk about, of course, was Sunset Shimmer, because at the time she was the only way you could actually get somewhat of a basically official, well, not, I wouldn't say official, but semi-official, kind of very show accurate, character accurate plushie of her pony form. Now, I'm not saying you can't get officially licensed interpretations of her pony form. I'm not saying that. Let me just put her back where she was. Okay. And like I said, I'm not saying you can't do that, because they do sell figures of her in her pony form. Hasbro does, and they did make a deal with Build-A-Bear to go the route that they did with like what they did with Starlight Glimmer and Twilight and Trixie and all them. But the only ones we've never really gotten somewhat to be show accurate have been Celestia, Luna, and Cadence. Now I do have some other Celestia and Luna plushes in my closet, and they are officially licensed by Hasbro to be created by the by the factories, by the licensees, if you will, to be created and distributed. So I do have some official ones, but these are the more popular ones with the fans and the fandom, because of the fact that this is one of the only major factories out there, third-party, bootleg, whatever you want to call them, that try to make it show accurate. Now, there are fans out there that have proven in the past that they could create their own plushies. As a matter of fact, there are some companies, small businesses that do this, and they not only create plushes for the MLP characters, but they also create plushes for some of the more well-renowned, community members, bronies, Pegasisters that are out there. Specifically, if you go on YouTube and you look at some of the conventions, or if you have even met them in person or talked with them, you would have noticed that Lightning Bliss, Brony Master 44, I think Silver Quill, Keyframe, Josh Scorcher, aka Firebrand, Dr. Wolf, Sweetie Bloom, KP, and even recently, as of last year, Aramount, Josh Scorcher's fiance, and many others have had plushies made of their OCs, because they've not only made a huge impact in the community and in the fan base to help spread the word and the word about this show and these characters, and how much it's more than just a show meant for little girls and little kids. So OlyFactory, though, is one of those factories that actually does this on a regular basis. Now, there is from the last I saw, there is, I think, an option where you can actually order a plush of your own based on your own character from them, and they will make it for you and send it to you. I think I saw that on there. I'm not really sure. But anyway, getting back to the overview here, this is the Princess Celestia Plush by OlyFactory. As you can see, it's right there. Now recently, thanks to Phalis, or Playlist, if you will, Playlist, as he calls himself, or Phalis, as he calls himself when he does the bootleg zone. It seems that, to me, bootlegs have become a very popular thing in the recent years. A lot of people like to make the comparisons to officially licensed stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of people that have probably compared Celestia here, the OlyFactory one, to some of the official ones. But again, I think the reason people, even though they love the official ones and they support those, the reason they love Olay's a little bit more is they're a little bit more show accurate. You know, the hair is more like what you would expect out of a Celestia. Now, overall, the wings are wired wings, as you could probably see. They're very wired wings. The tail is stuffed. It goes all the way to her bottom here, as you can see there. She's got her horn up like this. Her crown is a little lopsided. The crown should be, if I remember right, well, the crown does go in the back. I don't know, I have to look again. But yeah, the crown is right. The crown goes behind the horn. I'm just looking at some other pictures I have of Celestia, some of them on my books and stuff. But the wings have wire in them. You can pretty much feel that a little bit in some of the areas, so they can be posable depending on where you put her. And then, like I say, her tail is right underneath. And then, of course, you got her gold, I guess you could say necklace or jewel right there. You got her gold necklace right there. And then, of course, you have her gold heels on her hooves, or hoof heels. So, very show accurate on that. And then, of course, you have the hair, which is very wavery, and, of course, kind of stringed together or sewn together to kind of be stuck to her head. Now, if you wanted to, you could remove it and make it a little bit more wavy, like you would see in the show. But it is kind of stringed together there. Sorry, that almost fell there. But it is kind of strung together there, and you can probably see what I'm talking about right there. There, it's kind of strung together. And a lot of the plushes have that. A lot of the plushes that have this kind of design have that. So, you know, Celestia is not the only one. Now, the one thing about OlyFactory is they do have other third-party plushes that kind of be show accurate. Of not just officially licensed characters, like the main 7, you know, that, but also secondary characters. So it's nice that they're doing it, and sometimes the prices are actually very affordable. You know, sometimes they range from like $9.99 to $16.99. I think the most expensive sometimes is about $19.99 at most, if not $25. But yeah, the material is very nice, nicely done. And if she doesn't fall here when I turn this on, you get a little bit of a 360 look at her. And as you can see, very, very well done material with Celestia here. She also, if I can find the switch here, there we go. She also has her cutie mark, as you can see right here. And, whoops, she fell. Didn't want that to happen. Where's this thing at now? Trying to find the switch here. It's like it disappeared, doesn't it? Whoops, there she goes. Hold on for a second, guys. There we go. But like I was saying, she has her cutie mark on one side, and then of course she has it here on the other. And that's the one thing people do like about the plushes, whether they're official or they're not. They at least try to get the cutie marks. They at least try to get the cutie marks on both sides of the character. So you have her cutie mark not only there, but you also have her cutie mark right there as well. So it's very nice that they do that. Overall, though, the Celestia OlyFactory figure is very nicely made. It may not be almost on the dot show accurate, but I think it's one of the closest you're going to get. I hope Hasbro gets somebody officially well, they do actually have somebody officially licensed. It's called Fourth Dimension, and I'll probably talk about those in a while. But Fourth Dimension actually does do show accurate plushies along with the likes of third-party OlyFactory does. So, yeah, that's all I could say on the Celestia OlyFactory plush. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll talk to y'all later.